Hello, everybody, and welcome back to some more Ultimate Alchemy with Janky Nick. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, Nick.
Welcome back, everyone.
Magnificent with that new
Thanks, man.
blue and yellow monocle. You look very stately, very wise.
It fits the theme.
Oh, it does, yeah, like with the
our
extra
armor,
gold.
Isaac, you know? It matches.
It looks like you might be one of those people who's... I mean, I've never done this, Nick. I've never taken in, like, any item to be sold, but I'm imagining, Nick, that you examine, like, used jewelry and then buy it off people.
It basically, what I was going for was that I thought, like, I was like a scholar that got contracted into the army.
Oh!
But I still couldn't get rid of the scholar vibes. So I've still got the monocle.
I mean, so, I don't know if I don't know which armor you've seen, Nick, that decks out those soldiers in full golden armor.
A sick, like Middle Eastern army.
Solid gold,
Isaac. It's all
my goodness!
It's all of that. Isaac, I hate this. I hate it.
Right away,
continue talking while I talk about how much I hate this.
Wow. Oh, jeez. Okay, well, whilst Nick savagely destroys the blast furnace, I will talk people through some of the changes that we've made to the island, Nick, since the end of the last episode, Nick, because there were some mistakes, Nick, some doozy level mistakes. They were pretty big. That we made. They were doozies.
We've had a
doozy. We've had a doozy. So initially, Nick, some of the server admins who help run the Patreon servers, they came to me and were like, Isaac, you dingus, your Britannia setup has caused like 11,000 items to just be spewed out onto the floor and is causing massive amounts of lag. So since then, Nick, I have tweaked this setup just a little bit to where now the wood is being dropped more slowly onto the ender flames. There were a larger number of ender flames to pick that wood up. I've got rid of all of the acceleration ones, Nick, because I think they were causing issues with some of the Britannia stuff. So instead, I just went for a larger number of ender flames instead of fewer, faster ender flames. Those are all pumping into a mana pool. The netherrack is being dropped slightly slower, and I've also replaced our normal floating hopper hawk with a petite floating hopper hawk. And although the episode hasn't gone out yet, Nick, I can guarantee you that the people in the comment section of the last episode are screaming at me for being a fool and for not crafting up this monocle from Britannia that lets you see the range of items from Britannia, because I kept like manually moving the hopper hawk backwards to hopefully not pick up any wood, and then it didn't work. And so the reason for that, Nick, is that the standard Hopper Hawk has a gigantic 15 by 15 range, which is huge, and the new petite Hopper Hawk has a tiny, wee little 5 by 5 range, Nick. And so now, hopefully, only nether quartz will be picked up and deposited into this ender chest, and then just as a backup, Nick, over on this side here, I've even gone ahead and thrown down a trash can from Extra Utilities with a filter right here that blacklists the nether quartz ore. So everything that's not nether quartz ore that ends up in this chest goes into the trash can, Nick. And so the lesson for you, and I might have to put a sign up to warn you, is don't drop anything important near this floating petite hopper hawk, Nick, because as petite as it is, it's dangerous.
Oh, look at this rude boy, Isaac. Come and look at this rude boy.
Oh my goodness, look at this.
Jeez,
this is like
talk about sculptured.
It's thinner.
God.
It's like it looks taller. Oh my goodness, Nick. This is like that friend in high school that you saw that was maybe a little overweight, and then you see them 10 years later with the reunion, and they're taller somehow. They're thinner. They've lost 50
Someone's
pounds.
had a glow up.
Oh my goodness, they look phenomenal.
Fly.
Oh my gosh,
phenomenal. Right, let's test this out. I'm going to test this out pre-acceleration, Isaac.
Okay, sure.
Here we go. Stack of charcoal, stack of iron.
So it's still slower. Like,
oh Christ,
he's still the same guy, Nick. You know, he might look better, but at the end of the day, he's still the same guy.
He's actually deteriorated a bit. I think he's a worse off. God, Jesus Christ. This is right.
Okay, don't worry about it.
I'm so angry. I'm so angry.
So
Isaac,
I think
what was that about this being faster?
No, Nick, no. So I'm pretty sure you have to pump in iron from the top here. So I don't think you can do this.
Oh wow. Okay, right. So he can't be there.
Yeah, it's a bit weird. I think charcoal has to go in the back here. There's like he's got like a little bum hole at the back here that you can pump in.
God.
So I think you put
the charcoal up his bum hole.
I think the charcoal goes in there, Nick. I think the iron goes at the top, and I think the steel comes out the front. So you've got to move all of these devices, Nick. But
Right, I'm
whilst you do
assuming
that,
transfer nodes will have to be used here.
you could use flat transfer nodes, you could use item conduits, you could use whatever you want, Nick. But I think flat
All
transfer
right.
nodes would look the best, ideally.
Yeah.
But Nick, whilst you do that, I have something that I can add to our boy here to hopefully make him a little bit more appealing and a little bit faster. We desperately, Nick, need to hook our stuff up to the gosh dang system.
I
I'm
know.
so fed up. I just tried to get iron, Nick. Iron of all things. We've got no iron in the system. It's insane. Oh my
It is
goodness.
insane, Isaac.
It's
I agree.
crazy, Nick. It's crazy. But that's fine. I'll make some iron sheet metal. And then what else did I need here? I also needed a heater, I think it was. So, Nick, there is a way to make your boy a little faster, right? Because as you rightly pointed out, Nick, he's a slow guy. You know, he's not particularly fast right now. He's got,
Yeah, I mean,
you know, he looks better. You know, he's looking better than
I
he's
feel like
ever
we've
looked
lied to
before.
Isaac.
What, the
by
fact that you think he's improved?
Because you said to me last recording session,
Oh, here we go. What did I say?
oh, Nick, if you make an improved blast furnace, it'll be faster.
Right.
And I'll tell you what, Isaac.
I mean, you okay. In my defense, you had to make the improved blast furnace because the standard blast furnace is in no way automatable.
Right.
Like you can't pump into and out of the standard blast furnace, which is the real reason why we upgraded to the new blast furnace. Right? Like it was not really anything to do with speed. I think it is. Honestly, I think in its standard form, it might be the same speed, Nick. But in its improved form, in its new greater form, Nick, that I'm about to display to you, it definitely is faster. Okay? So just hold on to your butt cheeks, Nick, before you start, you know, freaking wagging those little fingers of yours in my face.
All right. All right. Well,
so
hold on,
just
wagon.
freaking
Iron's going in automatically. So now
Nice.
it's just a case of charcoal and then pulling out the slag and the steel.
Okay.
Isaac.
Cool. So let me see. Can I make another one of these? I can. Nice. All right, Nick, are you ready for this guy to get hench? Are you ready for him to? So this guy, you know, he's lost some weight. He's looking better.
Are you sending him to the gym?
I'm taking this guy to the gym, Nick. I'm about to. He's gonna. And he's one of those guys who only focuses. Like he skips leg day. He's just doing arms. All right, arm day
just
every
like
day.
me.
All right,
That's good.
yeah,
That's what I like
just only arm work. All right. And the reason for that is that
Jesus Christ is that
this guy only solely focuses on arm day, okay?
Oh, look at those biceps. It's not even the biceps, his forearms. His forearms are massive and his biceps are tiny. And look at the size of his head. Look at the size of his head. It's this. He's very disproportionate.
He is fine,
no.
Nick. Don't you talk about him.
Like, how the hell does this work,
again.
Isaac?
Okay, so we need to. I need to get. Oh, how do I can't make fool's clay. I don't know. So molten clay. How do I make molten clay? Oh, I can make molten clay from gravel. That makes sense.
You're getting a bit controversial here, Isaac. Talking about clay.
I know.
The goal of the entire pack.
I know. Well, that's the thing. Like normally you need clay for this, but I can't make.
God, he
it,
needs a name.
Thankfully, that's fine. Give him a sign, Nick. Feel free. Give him a name. You know.
He looks like a Johnson, Isaac.
You think?
You know Johnson from Peep Show.
Do you reckon? Can we call him Johnson Cena? Can that be his
Johnson Cena? What's happening?
Do you reckon that's that's John Cena's real first name? Johnson Cena.
Here we go.
I hope so, Nick. I really do.
Johnson. Oh no, this is terribly hold on. There we go. We need this to be centered. Johnson Cena. It's dumb.
Nice.
With the big arms.
Okay, cool. So I've managed to get some terracotta here by smelting gravel, apparently in the smeltery, is apparently how that's done. And then I need some LV wire, because you've got to connect these up using the LV wires. You know, you can't... that might be true, actually. I might be
the ones that kind of connect with a thin cable.
Yeah, but then again, Nick, I'm also not entirely certain that you can't just do... this, actually, now that I think about it. Like, that might also work.
Yeah, now he's got big hands, too.
Let me try this real quick. So if I put...
Should I put smoke in there?
Yeah, does that work? Oh, it totally does. Look, his biceps are getting power.
So we can just set some infinite oak barrels and some accelerators.
And then come look at this, Nick. Come look at the speed. He is faster.
Oh, yeah.
He's not crazy fast, but he is faster. You know, he's getting...
He's faster, and we can always...
getting the job
we can still accelerate him, right?
With the acceleration one. Yeah, I don't know where you accelerate this guy, I assume it would be again on theoretically the center block, wherever that might be.
We can experiment.
We can experiment.
Nice.
100%. 100%.
So if I
Experimentation is key.
Couple of... Let's get an item barrel. The item barrels, furnace generators, do they need flat transfer nodes?
Here's a barrel for steel, by the way. I've got a barrel full of steel that you can have. What are you after?
Thanks. I just want to put infinite sources of fuel.
Oh, I'm doing that, Nick. Don't you worry. Don't you worry.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Here you go.
on it.
Here's an
I've got
item
the...
barrel.
I've got... Okay. Well, I mean, okay. Sure. So, like, boom. And... Can we... Yeah. There we go. Nice. Yeah, this is easy, Nick. This is nice and easy. Nice. That's not where I want that to go. Nice, improved, faster, blasting furnace. Here we go. Kapow.
Got big fingers too now.
He's got big old fingers. And there we go. So yeah, like I say, we can make this guy even faster in the future. Do you want to put that other barrel at the front? Right here in front of this mouthpiece?
Yes.
And I think that should auto output as well. It does.
I think it did, yeah. There we go.
Now it does also have an extra output of slag. Now I think, Nick,
Will that be what comes out his bum?
Yeah, so I think unfortunately, that the way this works is that I think both iron and charcoal go in through the top.
Right,
potentially.
So we need two chests, two of those chests.
Could you bump this off real quick, this flat transfer node?
There you go.
And then let's do, I might be wrong on this, but if we do like this, do you have the ender chest for charcoal?
Yes. I believe it's this one.
Could you put it on this side here, just up against...
Let me just double check what the color code is. Charcoal, yeah, I do. It's this one. You want me to put it...
Yeah, stick it on this side. So it's symmetrical.
Yeah, let me just go a block.
You can put it on the side of the translocator.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
Ideally. I got faith, Nick.
There we go.
Hey, nice. And then hopefully we can just do this and this and this. Hey, look at that.
Hey,
it works.
Look at that. That works nicely.
I mean, now looking back at this monstrosity, Nick, it's a little... it's quite the same.
It's pretty hardcore, man.
Finally, Nick, this guy he does tear through wood, but as he tears through wood, Nick, he also produces just so much slag. Like, the amount of slag that this guy produces is insane. And so we got to have a little output on his butt there for his slag produce.
So much.
And there we go.
That's
that's the improved blast furnace, Nick. At its not quite its max speed, because of course we can accelerate it with the porcupine probably, but quite faster. You know, a little bit faster than it was before. Actually, let me see here. Can we I wonder if you can just accelerate one. Nah, you can't accelerate one. But anyway, Nick, we need to move on because we have other plans for today's session, Nick. Specifically, the thing that we were trying to get towards making in the last session, Nick, and that, of course, is the arc furnace, the monstrosity that is this freaking gigantic, 7x7 by 7 monster that we need to build.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, yeah, this will do, actually, you know. Yeah. Look, you can stare at the guy with the big arms, right? Johnson, they can have a stare off.
Exactly. They can just eye each other up from a distance, Nick. It's going to be great. Okay, so I've got, I guess this is, how deep is this? It's 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this is the front, I think, of the arc furnace, right? It starts with a cauldron. Do you have the page open, Nick, in your engineers?
Let me get it open. If it opens, oh no, here we go. Heavy machinery, arc furnace. Oh, that's the wrong one. Arc furnace. There he is. Look at that. So cauldron and then 14 steel sheet metal slabs.
Okay. Do you want to make, I guess if you, I was going to say you do the top set and I'll do the bottom, but then I saw 27 reinforced blast brick. I don't know, actually. Do you want to do the top 5? You'd work top down, I'll work bottom up. All
right. So steel sheet metal slab. Let's have a look.
Yeah, I think I've got the harder job because I think heavy engineering blocks are going to be a pain, but it's fine, Nick. It's fine. We can get this done. 4 plates. What kind? See, I'm assuming you're a plate user, right? I'm assuming that when you eat food, you usually...
I used one earlier today.
Civilized, and you eat it off a plate. Nick, I have an important question for you, Nick. A life-altering question, honestly.
Okay.
And that question is, what shape are your plates?
Ooh, interesting. My plates are square.
They are
yeah.
Nick, we're on the same page,
that,
buddy.
were you?
I mean, I was not. I was expecting you to be a circular boy, Nick. But Nick, too, I'm on the square plate.
Square plate.
I
Everyone
print.
else is circular. I'm rogue, Isaac. You see,
I know.
I'm a rogue.
We're both rogue.
I'm a rogue beach.
square users. I'm also a big fan of square plates, Nick. Oh my goodness! I was
Yeah.
expecting this to be a point of opposition.
No.
I was expecting
They're square plates
Isaac,
and they've got like a little design
circular
on them.
plates are better because they have a larger surface area and they look like your mouth, so they work better for your eating.
Oh yeah, but you weren't expecting that, were you? God.
I was expecting the typical Nick. Oh no, you're wrong, Isaac. You never eat off a square plate.
Yeah.
What is this? A freaking
dingle
brick?
bob.
Oh, but no, wow, we're both square plate users. Do you prefer square plates? Would you go for a square plate over a?
I just
a
they look
non-square
cooler,
plate?
to be honest.
I also
That's
think
why.
they look cooler, Nick. So you don't
I
think that
have
they're more?
Corel square plates with like a little. Oh, do you know what, Isaac? I'll take a picture of it. And do you know what? I've got square bowls too. I bet you weren't expecting that either.
I also use square bowls, Nick. I know. Now I'm gonna fight for the other team here, Nick, because I think that square balls are silly. I think
I agree. They are silly. Yeah, they
I think
are
honestly
stupid.
that
But it's because it came in the set with the square plates.
exactly, yeah.
And as a result, the mugs aren't perfectly circular either in this set. They've got very, very slight four-sidedness to them. You know what? I'll take a picture of the set, Isaac, and I'll send it to you, and you can attach it to the video. All right, I'll set a reminder. after
Can't
this.
wait. So I need 10 of these. Oh, we out of copper already? Oh my goodness. But yeah, I'm also I think square balls are just silly. Like I don't I would be I don't think it's necessary, Nick. I think it's I think it's silly. If you're a square ball and you're watching this, I think you're silly. And I think you shouldn't exist. Yeah, there you go.
Woo!
Did you by any chance, do you have like a spare induction furnace? Oh, you did. You made multiple. Nice.
Not on me, Isaac. So if there is one,
don't worry. You of the past has come to save you of the future.
Oh, good.
You did
I've made it. I've made it. I'm getting quite far down this, this list.
Nice. Yeah, I think the bottom section are the more difficult bits. Also, Nick, actually, I haven't pointed out that we did move the lapis setup from the last episode, and I have actually fully automated lapis here now. It's all part of the conga line and is fully automated. So what I've done essentially is, much like a lot of our other items here, we've got a ender chest underneath the lapis. So the lapis has been pumped into its own ender chest. This one is right about here. And that's, of course, because the lapis does need to kind of loop back on itself for the system to work. So we've got our imbuer, which is turning water and lapis into essence of slightly blue, the water coming from the squeezer, and some oak wood, of course, coming from that infinite barrel. That water is then also being sent up to an ender chest because we also need water over at the front there. I'll get to that in a second. The other imbuer, again, lapis turning slightly blue into mildly blue. Then we got a fractionating still turning mildly blue into blue. Another fractionating still turning blue into very blue. Then another imbuer turning very blue into royal blue using pulverized gold. So we got an ender chest there that Nick set up last time. That is bringing the gold over, pulverizing it, putting it in there. Then we've got the essence of royal blue turning into true blue in the fractionating still, and then finally that goes over into the fluid transposer, where essence of true blue is combined with polished diorite to make lapis. Now the polished diorite is where I was a complete and utter fool, Nick, in the previous sessions, because it turns out you can make diorite using the freaking igneous extruder. All this time I was looking at the recipe. There were 2 recipes here for diorite, when it turns out, Nick, all along, just lava and water. Lava and water makes diorite.
There you go. You played yourself,
and that's exactly
Isaac.
what we've got here, Nick. We've got an igneous extruder, some flat fluid transfer nodes, pulling the water in, and producing diorite, which is being crafted into polished diorite and pumped into the fluid transporter, which of course makes the lapis, which goes round.
I've had enough of you. I've actually got this entire thing cracked up.
Oh, you've got like the hard...
I'm already on the heavy engineering blocks. I don't need you to make any of this crap. I just need to put it down, to be honest. Well, you've been babbling on.
Wow.
Look at this. Here you go.
Oh, do you have the reinforced blast
all
brick?
This garbage.
Do you have the... No,
there you go.
Nick, jog on, Nick. Jog on, you piece of... Get
out
of
he
here.
doesn't want it.
No, take your trash back. You build it if you're so competent and so self.
I don't want to build these.
You bloody freaking build it. Jay!
Oh, I'm Isaac, and all I've done is make the blast bricks.
It's very easy though, Nick. If you look in the book, it gives it you layer by layer, right?
Yeah, and it gives you a tick when you're done with it. It's well good.
Yeah, you can pause though, and then if you click the play button, it will pause, and then you can just click the up and down arrows to move between layers.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So you can like just see it and build it layer by layer. It should be very easy. I guess then, Nick, if you're so bloody arc furnace mad, I'm gonna go ahead and make a metal press. In that case, I'll go get the freaking metal presses ready.
I've been tricked up, Isaac.
Well, you haven't made the heavy engineering block.
Silver and gold. It's all right.
Nick,
pardon?
So you haven't made the heavy engineering blocks?
No.
I thought you had.
That's the last thing left.
Here you go.
Oh, thanks, man.
Here you go. Yeah, freaking. Someone's ahead of the game. Jeez. Anyway, Nick. Anyway, that's how lapis is made. And also, Nick, we've been talking about it for a while, but we really do need to get into flux points because we've got a lot of this. We've got so many leadstone flux ducts that are moving power about. And like this one here especially knocks me because it goes like all of our power right now is coming from this overclock generator, but the cable runs around, down, underneath, across here, back up, and then along around, up, back across the top to get to this gosh dang igneous extruder. So you know what, Nick? Instead of making a metal press, I'm going to try and get into flux networks, okay, and see if I can't get a couple of like flux plugs, flux points, get some kind of like flux controller down. You know, I'm gonna work on the flux, okay, whilst you twiddle your thumbs with that arc furnace, okay? Do you have any preference in terms of like while we're on the subject of you know, cutlery and kitchenware, which is an extremely thrilling topic, I know, for most people watching this. People have been sending me emails for years, Nick, being like, when are you going to talk about cutlery? You know, I'm really interested to see what kind of like knives and forks Nick uses. Do you have any preference when it comes to how many prongs your forks have?
Oh, no. I mean, I thought they all have 4, to be honest.
You've never seen a 3-pronged fork?
Oh, God. I mean, maybe. I think I have, but it sounds wrong, Isaac. 3-pronged fork?
Have you not seen one? Like, I guess, okay, so this is probably the difference between you and I, Nick. You know, I went to a public school. You know, I didn't pay for my education.
Here he goes again.
Nick went to a private school where they could afford 4-pronged forks because
I know they really struggled, Isaac. I know that you know, state schools really struggle with their fork prongs. Really have issues with it.
The nation has a fork problem, Nick. Okay, and the schools can't afford to get 4-pronged forks, so they take prongs out and use them to make other forks. But anyway, I digress. The only reason I ever think about it is because, like, at home, like, I have all 4-pronged forks. I think most forks are 4-pronged forks. But I know when I was a kid at school, and I'm talking, like, between the ages of, like, 6 and 13, you know, quite young. It used to be a thing that you'd go to the cafeteria, and they would call them, like, obviously, the staff wouldn't call them, but the kids would call them girl forks and boy forks. 3 is obviously B-O-Y, boy, and a 4-prong is G-I-R-L, girl, right? And so if you got a 3-pronged fork, you were a boy, Nick. If you got a 4-pronged fork, you were a girl. So, and the thing is that there were like 3-pronged forks. Most of them were 4-pronged forks. So it was really just an easy way for bullies to be able to,
most of you had girl forks then? It was just an excuse.
We all had girl forks. Yeah, it was just an excuse to call your friend a girl because he had a 4-pronged fork.
I see.
And so did you.
I see.
So,
I mean, I don't blame you.
You get the laughs where you can when you're a kid, Nick.
Yeah, man. I know. You're really struggling there, Isaac.
I know.
Really going for it.
You know, you know, we need to put more money into schools, Nick, because they're not getting 4-pronged forks. Too many young people are being called girls, Nick, unnecessarily because of the fork problem that we have in this country. Oh my goodness!
Next year, Isaac, charity live streams. Now we know who to
get
sponsor. Forks.
It's okay, Nick. I'm pretty sure that's what Brexit's all about. I think it's just about the forks. Like,
I see.
Everyone was fed up of the number of forks that were being used, and so they just like, forget this. We're done. We're not taking this any longer. We're moving over to a 4-pronged fork. You ever had a 5-pronged fork, Nick?
Maybe, Isaac. You know what? I'm not going to lie to you, man. I've never counted the prongs on my forks, but I just assume they all... Maybe I have.
Wow,
maybe that's what I own.
Look at this freaking millionaire over here. I don't count the prongs on my forks.
Usually I'm concentrating on the food, to be honest, Isaac. Not the amount of prongs my forks have. So, I mean, just saying, bro.
Well, there you go. All right, let's create a new network, GamingOnCaffeine's network. Let's make it purple, sure. Here we go.
And then
nice.
block,
and then over
block,
here,
block.
connect this to the GamingOnCaffeine's network. So that's now pumping energy from the overclock generator into the network. And so what I should be able to do is, for example, if I get rid of like this wire here, we should be able to put that in, connect that to the GamingOnCaffeine network, and that should still provide power to this wirelessly, which is fantastic. Now, what I'll probably do, Nick, I've set up the basics here. Like between episodes, I think I'll go around and make a lot more of the flux points to kind of get rid of even more of these leadstone flux ducts. For now, I'm going to leave most of these here, just because it's going to be a bit tedious watching me go through and do the same thing over and over again. But like for now, you know, this can stay. Again, I'll get more of these and put them down like different machines where they need them. I don't think I'm going to completely get rid of energy conduits or these flux ducts, just because I don't think it makes sense to put down a flux duct on a flux point on every single machine, when, for example, like this line of machines here, we could just put one flux point underneath and then use leadstone flux ducts to connect to the rest, right? So we'll use them somewhat sparingly, but try and put them in different locations.
Oh no. It seems I've made a mistake, Isaac, because it's not hammering into position.
Pass me the hammer.
There you go. Maybe it'll work. Oh yeah, there you go. No, I tried everything. Well, at least I did it right. I did it right.
He did, and it's quite the machine, isn't it? Holy heck, this thing is
big, doesn't it?
This thing is
Look
big.
at it. It's really freaking intimidating. This guy over here.
Oh yeah, I know, right? So Nick, yeah, the following. So we've got the arc furnace, but in order to make diamonds, for example, we need, of course, to have those compressed core balls, right, which are made in the metal press. And to make the metal press, you need conveyor belts. To get conveyor belts, you need leather, right? And so leather becomes our next issue. Most of the recipes, unless I'm missing one, most, if not all of the recipes require rotten flesh. Right?
And how do we get that?
It looks like the way you get rotten flesh is by putting netherwort into a compost from Actual Additions, right? And the compost is easy enough to make, but the netherwort, it looks like you get from seeds. You combine seeds with nether meat. So like you can put seeds in a casting basin or casting table and pull nether meat over it. Or you can zap mushrooms from... You can just zap mushrooms with the atomic reconstructor.
What, with the zappy machine?
Yeah, but we'd have mushrooms.
Oh.
At all.
Can we create the... Oh.
How do we make mushrooms, you know?
Do you just create a dark room?
And put like... I don't think so.
I don't know. Where do mushrooms grow?
Oh, it looks like maybe we could make... Okay, maybe we can use forestry to get mycelium, and then use mycelium to make mushroom stew.
Mushrooms.
And then use mushroom stew to make mushrooms? Okay, Nick, so a quick Google search. It looks like you might be right here with the whole fishing rod thing. Although, I'm like, things, the internet is telling me that maybe we should use an electrum fishing rod instead of a different kind of
normal
fishing
crap
rod.
one.
Yeah.
All right,
so
I'll make an electrum one.
I'll make the electrum one, Nick. Do you want to set up like a 3x3 water area
source? Yes.
Yeah,
I
not
would
like
to
not
do
like
that.
this tiny little baby water source
Tiny
we've
little
got right now.
3x3
Yeah,
garbage.
let's get like
I'll just set a crude
bigger
one up for now.
Sure. We can always do some fishing between episodes if needs be. Nick. I've made 2 fishing rods for us, Nick. We've both got an electrum fishing rod. Nice and easy to make. Okay, yeah, here we go. If I put one more in, I think I might just seal the deal. There we go. Nice. Okay, so here you go, Nick. Take an electrum fishing rod and let's fish. Oh, get some peaceful music going in the background, Nick. Oh, hey! I got a fish.
Nice. Now go and furnace that rude boy up.
Hey!
There we go. I got one too. These electrum fishing rods are lit.
Apparently they have what's called like lure, like an enchantment. So they lure. I got just straight rotten flesh, Nick.
Oh, there you go.
I just pulled rotten flesh right out of the freaking the sea. Oh my goodness, Nick. All right, let's go. Yeah, let's go. We've got our sped up furnaces here.
And then we'll accelerate the crack because it says it takes 8 minutes and 30 seconds to dry them, right? So we definitely need to accelerate them.
Okay, here we go. So drying rack. stick it down, stick a cooked fish on there, and then acceleration wand this thing. Oh my goodness, even with the wand.
I'll
Nick,
come
this
and
thing is-
help you along.
Oh boy, 8 minutes is a while.
Oh, wow. There we go. God, look how much better it is.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Okay,
See,
and
I'm
we
a
can do the
genius,
same with rotten
Isaac.
flesh,
I'm
I
a
guess,
genius.
right? You are a genius, Nick. Holy heck. Well, there we go. So we now know how we can make leather and thus use that leather to make our metal press and use those metal presses to make diamonds. But, Nick, that's going to have to wait until next time. That's not right.
I have a feeling that we weren't meant to dry rotten flesh.
Oh, no,
I think we had to
the
do
rotten
something
flesh
else with
goes,
it.
it goes in like the mana pool, right, or the drying basin. It goes in anywhere else.
Oh,
It's
well.
All right,
You
well.
can eat that jerky
I
now,
can eat
Isaac
some.
can enjoy
we can't
it.
even eat, Nick, because we're not hungry. We don't get hungry,
Oh,
so
yeah,
we can
'cause
never
we're
eat.
never
So get
hungry.
rid of
Get
that
rid of
trash.
it.
Oh, my
There we
goodness.
go.
Just throw it in the void. Jeez. So, Nick, I mean, that's that. We've got our arc furnace. Next time, we'll come back. We'll set up the metal presses. Hopefully, we've been saying it for episodes now, but hopefully we'll get ourselves our first diamonds and be able to press on it with the packet just a little bit there. Between sessions, I'm sure Nick and I will spend a bit of time doing some fishing so that we have at least a little bit of leather for the start of the next episode. Also, Nick, it means that I can filter my hopper hawk, so I'd have to have the silly, the trash can system.
The other crap.
It was so easy all along. I'm sure you're right, Nick, in the comment section. I've been shouting it at us for days now. But anyway, Nick, I think we can go ahead and wrap up there for today. As always, guys, if you did enjoy the video, show it like. It will just help out a lot. Leave a comment down below. Subscribe if you're new here to get notified as soon as new videos go out. As always, thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.
Goodbye.